Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome to my channel, Kimu BG, and this time we're gonna talk about FC Barcelona. Football Club Barcelona beat in 1-2-1 against Newcastle for the first match of the Champions League. The team of Hansi Flick beat, as I said before, 2-1 against Newcastle by two goals of Marcus Rashford. Literally, that soccer player who came from Carrington, who came from Manchester United, literally made like two really good goals. One from header, and the other one it was actually a banger outside the box. But literally, I wanna give some opinions about not just about Rashford, if not like the player who literally did a great match too, like Jules Koundé, Ronald Araujo, Pedri, and also why not to mention Joao Garcia. FC Barcelona, who literally, in my opinion, play a bad first half, but play a really good second half. What do I mean? I don't think they were getting cooked in the first half, but at the same time, when every time the Newcastle was like defending on the area, literally Barcelona didn't even know how to find out the way. They just find out some opportunities by Pedri when he just received the ball and sent cross or he literally make a through ball. And that was the only case that I can mention because literally I couldn't watch like the first 30 minutes because I was on college, but I watched the other. I watched like the 60 minutes left, and literally it was just amazing. In Newcastle, they were not doing good for the Premier League because if I am not wrong, they lost the last three matches in the Premier League, and this time they were facing Barcelona against one of the greatest teams of all the time, to be honest. But this time was different. Like literally, Newcastle knew how to stay against Barcelona, how to place against Barcelona. Actually, in the first half, and like literally Newcastle, they play very smart, like tactical, like they found out like a lot of chance, and I think they were closer to get the first goal than the Hansi Flick club. But however, like I think in the first half the best player literally was Elanga, who actually gave a lot of opportunity for Newcastle and of unlocking for the striker like Anthony Gordon or Tonali, that he's a midfielder, but you know what I'm saying, they couldn't score. Even though the Barcelona played really good in one part of the first half, they never felt comfortable when they playing against Newcastle in the first half. However, the second half started and everything changed. First of all, then if I'm not wrong, Rafinha has the ball and then he goes for dribbling. He dropped the ball to Jules Koundé and then he crossed with his left foot to Rashford, and literally Rashford just get a great goal that he scored the first goal for Barcelona, and at the same time, like official goal, of course, and at the same time, Marcus Rashford literally he could lift from the depth, literally. Like Marcus Rashford, who was like very criticized by the Barcelona fans, but Marcus Rashford proved in this match that that dude literally has a lot of talent. Like he has a great potential, and even though that he's like 26, 27 years old, literally that dude, like the first goal is something that Marcus Rashford do, and it looks like great goal, but it's something that a striker do, like it's something that a striker has to do all the time. And also Rashford has something else that he can literally has like a power shot like impressive. I remember the free kick that he did against Chelsea, or actually when he was in the 2023, like he was making like long shots. I remember one against Man City, and this time he did it again. Like luckily that dude literally he just received the ball, dribbled like two players, and then shot like a shot outside the box, and it was like a great banger. Like it was a crazy goal. And Marcus Rashford recovered his mentality, recovered that mentality that actually everybody thought that it was dead. Like that's freaking crazy how does Marcus Rashford recover that discipline at the same time how Hansi Flick, a great coach who literally can help out the people who need the most. And we already saw for Rafinha. for Araujo that he's making right now, and now with Marcus Rashford, and I am very happy how does Rashford being even though that he's like bench, he does his best, and literally that's what happens. After Marcus Rashford scored the second goal, Newcastle made four substitutes at the same time, and everything changed. Why? Because literally Barcelona was dominating the game until the Newcastle activate the Premier League Prime. Literally, they did a great master class. Literally, just tiki taka, pass the ball to the center back to the right back to the midfield to the striker, striker to the wing, and literally one of that cases, Tonali, if I'm not wrong, sent send a through ball to the right wing. Literally, he just crossed, and literally just Gordon scored a goal, something that Joan Garcia couldn't do anything. But after that, like I think after that the match was very intensive. That's true. Like there was a lot of intensity, and also the I wanna say is the how does Barcelona they try to keep the ball. Like they wanna play safe. It's not like that Barcelona they were playing crazy when they actually have to play safe like they did against Inter de Milan. It cost very expensive. Basically the elimination of the Champions League. But actually, like if we watch the match one more time, we are gonna see how good like the quality of the Barcelona player has to keep the ball. Like Just Koundé, even though that he recovered every single ball, like he didn't even let cross everyone or from the left wing. We have more than those kind of players like Koundé, Araujo, Christensen who can recover the ball and at the same time they can play a simple ball to the midfielder, which I wanna mention that Pedri, Frankie de Jong, especially Pedri. Pedri literally when he knows that he has to waste time or when he has to keep the ball, like no, do not lose the ball, he will do. Literally, Pedri has that talent that no it's that thing doesn't happen all the time, and that's something true. So basically, I remember the one play that he did, Pedri. He dribbled. He was on three players. He was on three players. He make a turn like Maradona does, for example, and literally he went to a wing, like he just make a fake cross, literally, and then pass back to Koundé. Like he was playing simple. Like now Pedri, and not just Pedri, the whole team know what to do when they have to waste time or when they need to keep the ball safe. And why am I mentioning Pedri? A lot of time. So basically, play Pedri is that kind of player that I love it so much because it's that kind of player who literally you cannot judge by the stats. Like you have to watch Pedri and you wanna watch the whole match. That's true. So basically, Pedri, every time when Barcelona has no idea how to create the match, Pedri is there. Like literally, the Barcelona players like Araujo, Gerard Martin, Koundé, Christensen, or even though Frenkie de Jong, they pass the ball to Pedri, and then he do something. Like literally, that intelligent, that IQ that Pedri has, doesn't have any player. I want to talk about now the attacking. Probably Rafinha, he was not his best, to be honest. Like he missed a lot of chance, and also like in the first half, like he was creating like some scenarios, like some foul. He got a free kick, a good one. But in the second half, like I think he tried to score his goal, and at the same time he was very precipitate. Precipitate. The literally he couldn't get the goal, and he missed a lot of chance. But on the other side, we got Marcus Rashford, who literally was that player in the first half who was trying, a lot of trying. He was trying to get that goal, but missed the shot, or the player just block. And it happened a lot of times in the first half. But in the second half, Marcus Rashford just locked in, and literally that dude, we have to be conscious that literally Marcus Rashford, when he was at Manchester United, for example, that dude, when he just missed a lot of chances in the first half, in the second half, he was playing simple or playing worse. But this time, this dude played better. And that's something incredible. And Fermin Lopez, I think he didn't have his best match, to be honest. I think that dude, he was trying a lot, like, to create something, but he lost the ball. He created a couple chances compared to Pedro, Frankie de Jong. But I think Fermin Lopez, you have to give him time. Like he's that kind of player who need confidence. Like less than a week, he scored one banger. No, actually two bangers against Valencia and gave an assist. Like clearly, we actually have to be patient with Fermin Lopez, who even though that he didn't play a good match, I think he's a great player who is good at attacking. Like that dude is very passionate with the club. And at last, I think Robert Lewandowski. I don't think he did a bad game. Actually, by his experience on the Champions League, he did a great match. He did a decent match. I think he was the second best striker or attacking player after Marcus Rashford. And of course, you're gonna tell me why you say that if literally Rafinha probably got a better rating. I think Rafinha missed another chance, and at the same time, he was not fine with the ball. And I think Robert Lewandowski, like in the first half, he knew what to do in the attacking. Like it was like basically to stay on the area or keep the ball. In the second half, we couldn't see anything because he was subbed by Ferran Torres. Then we'll talk about the substitutes. So for now, let's do this. Basically, this was how Barcelona played with a 4-2-3-1. At keeper, Joan Garcia. Right back, Jules Koundé, Ronald Araujo, Pau Cubarsí, and Gerard Martin. The Gerard Martin, I didn't talk about him, but he was very weak on the left. Why? Because in Langa, he just cooked in the first match. Of course, I don't know why he put 6.2. Langa did a great first match, who literally was the MVP for the first match, to be honest. He created a lot of chances and at the same time he knew like how to get off the mark by the left back. Probably he played a good match. Well, actually he did great on attacking. I remember that. But on defense, like we need that left back like Balde who literally can go up and at the same time go down and get a good defending and also a good attacking. Pedri and Frankie de Jong, for me this has to be like the starting lineup on the midfielder, like Pedri, Fermin Lopez, and Frankie de Jong, Rafinha, Lewandowski, and Rashford. Of course, this is not the starting lineup, of course, like we need Lamine Jamal. He is more than a dribbler. He's a baller. He also can create the games when Barcelona is basically dead, like he did in the semi-final against Inter de Milan. And I think Barcelona played really good with this lineup, even though they couldn't play with his style the whole match. Like against an England team, they did actually good. The coach hand the dirt flick and the substitutes, Andrea Christensen, that he did good in the defense. Ferran Torres, good. He created a couple chances, but he was there always. Eric Garcia, Dani Olmo, and Cazador, who literally can come in the last minute. That's true, the last 10 minutes. And that's how Barcelona play. So basically, this was the match for FC Barcelona against Newcastle. The next match is gonna be against PSG in the Champions League, and for La Liga is gonna be against Getafe in the Johan Cruyff Stadium. So let's see how this goes. I like actually this team. I like how does Barcelona win, even though they were not like very superior. They knew how to face the situation and they knew like how to actually play against these kind of matches. Like two goals by Marcus Rashford, then play simple and then don't do something crazy. They score a goal, okay, just keep the ball and at the same time play safe. That's what actually they did. And let's see how they're gonna play against PSG. Let's see how this goes. If you like the video, please can you go like it and at the same time subscribe for the channel because I just start and I wanna create a great community and at the same time I wanna talk about the most beautiful sport in the world. So see ya.